In the beginning, before the first album, I was really intimidated to share this with the world. I said, should I put it out? Shouldn't I? Because that was too personal, you know. So why would I
Yeah.
put my life story on an album and just throw it away? And then here comes a few people that come to me and said, your music saved me from committing suicide or whatever. And I said, oh, I'm helping people, so
Right.
I will do it, you know. And I decided to put out music.
Andry, thank you so much for your time. How are you doing today?
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm good. I'm in LA actually. The sun hasn't come out yet. Ooh.
Hey. Well, I'm calling you from Toronto, and it's a beautiful day here. But I mean, it's LA. It should get nice there, anyways.
Yeah.
But it's nice to talk to you. You just performed at the Ultimate Jam Night at the Whiskey A Go Go. How did that go?
Oh, that was great. I mean, I played one song because it was late at night and I wasn't adjusted yet to the time zone. It was like like a dead zombie. Then I woke up in the middle of the song. It was great. No worries. I played with my friend Ira. It was amazing as always. The band enjoyed it. The people enjoyed it. I will upload videos soon so that you can check it out. Yeah, but it was great to play at a legendary club and put my little signature on the wall and
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
mirror on the backstage. There wasn't that much space, so I just made it like tiny little bit. Like how many people have played there?
That's true. Yes, yes. It's a bucket list venue for many people, without a doubt. A lot of your personal heroes or musical heroes have played there as well. We'll get to that I'm sure, in just a minute. Now, you're also still in town for the Rock for Ronnie event. You did that last year as well, if I'm not mistaken. You're returning this weekend. What do you have
Yeah.
in store for us?
Oh, better, always better. It's like each year and better, each year and more powerful, each year more energetic. That's how I feel every time I'm here, especially in LA. I think I'm again the only woman, the only singer woman.
Yeah.
I think it's also Julia from Vixen, if I'm not mistaken, this year. But last year I was the only woman at this All Star Jam. So yeah, I feel like the black sheep. No, I don't. I'm kidding. But no, it's great because Wendy Dio, she acknowledges my special talents, so she invites me, and I'm eternally grateful to her that we're all helping for a cause. It's charity. It's for the people that we lost, that we loved so much, and we honor their memories, and that's the most important part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Any teaser on what song or songs you're going to be singing? This video will come out after that show anyway, so you're not spoiling it for anyone.
Oh, okay. I'm not spoiling. Okay, I'm with Children of the Sea
Nice.
and Burn.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, and now that you mentioned Burn, people that have been following you longer than today obviously know that that song has a special spot for you as well, because we saw you doing I think that was the blind audition for The Voice in Greece.
The sky is red, I don't understand. Past midnight, I'm still silhouette. People see the woman's head.
It's so often, it seems so difficult, or so to be comfortable enough as a rock singer to actually sing a rock song. A lot of people will go for like, I'll just do a pop song with a bit of an edge, but you went for an actual hard rock song with Burn, which is really cool. I'm a
Actually,
big
I
fan.
always impose. Yeah. No,
Oh, go
sorry.
for it.
I just wanted to say, like, I always impose my opinions. It's more of like I'm a demanding person, like the mistress.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I go on the set and I said, "Well, I want this, and do you have any objections?" And they're looking at me like, "No, it's fine."
There we go.
So
There we
because otherwise I would have sung some Britney Spears probably or Christina Aguilera, which I love Christina, no worries. But this is what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do. This is what I'm promoting. So yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, and it's still, even for somebody that is as confident as you are, still somewhat of like, I'm sure that you had to convince a few people that no, this is a good idea. I am not going to sing a very well-known pop song I'm going to be myself. Like, was that still somewhat of a conversation?
It's still on the table up to this day. I have to do it to the live gigs. I have to do it when I'm invited as a guest. I have to do it all the time. It's not everyone is in favor of you or what you like and what your voice fits or how you feel. Everybody wants to do their own thing. So at some points you will have to be strict on what are your rules, what are your expectations, and that's what I'm doing, like I can do this, I can do that, and that's it. Either you take it or you leave it,
I personally do like the Deep Purple era with Coverdale. I like the Burn album. I like the Stormbringer album. I think Burn more so. But Burn is a well-known song for people that love Deep Purple, but for the average, casual hard rock, listener, not by far not the most known Deep Purple song. What made you go for that specifically? Is it the closeness to Coverdale's voice, that warmth in your voice?
Not at all. I think that it's just a very energetic song, and I think I have the ability, as I did also on the Monsters of Rock cruise. They always give me the most difficult songs. So, who's going to pull that off? Of course, she does, Why don't we just, punish her a little bit, because he can do it, so I can reach the high notes. Oh, the Halloween. Oh, no one can sing that. Oh, too bad. Oh, yeah. They're all pointing at me. So it's the difficult male songs I always do. So
yeah. All right.
That is exactly... No, why I stand out in this. I could have sung pop. I'm really good at pop and rap, by the way. I'm rapping really good. I play guitar. I could have done something else. The reason why I choose this path is because I think I can do what a male singer can do, or even better,
One day, the year of the fox came a time, remember well, when the strong young man...
You also sang, to bring it back to Ronnie Dio himself, you sang Temple of the King, which is a fantastic song, obviously. Same thing, like, why does that song particularly stand out for you?
I'll tell you what, because Ronnie wrote the lyrics. It's Ronnie's song, especially Ronnie's. I'm wearing whole black. I wanted to honor his memory, and that's how I also got into contact with Wendy Dia, because this song has never been sung on The Voice or shows like this. They would never allow you to do that. But just because the guys liked me a lot there, the band, they were so, they were fans. They said, let's do it. I also changed the key of the song. I put it on my own voice in the B minor instead of A minor, which is the original. But like, that's how the TV shows go. They wanted to kick you out right away, but unfortunately with me they couldn't. So that was the last song I did there. And I'm really grateful that I had to leave, with my integrity, my heads up, and just continue. And by the way, I don't know any other contestant that did something before or after a show. So it really needs to have a big will and big guts to keep on doing that, I think. But, I said, since I chose that, I'll go with that, I didn't choose sports, I didn't choose cooking, I didn't choose makeup. So, and now I'm obliged. No, of course, I love it.
For the temple and the king.
The classical inspirations, or sorry, not the classical, but the classic heavy metal artist inspirations like Dio found their way, obviously, also to your album that came out. Both on the heavy metal side and the power metal side, we find that back on. Do or Do Not starts with a nod to 2 Minutes to Midnight as well. So I guess you're a big Maiden fan as well.
I'm not a big fan of Maiden, but I can acknowledge some majestic riffs, I can say. They have some good riffs. Sometimes, no, I'd never transcribe to start with. It may sound like something at the beginning, but then it's like my own song always. But let's be honest, that's what Richie Blackmore did.
Of course.
Like, I'm no exception. On my next album, I have a lot of Dokken, Queensryche, Megadeth inspired. So, but the thing is that you will never expect to hear a female voice after that riff. But there it is, you know? It's more of like, I go with the riff starts, and then the voice reminds you of Highway Star suddenly. Oh, that wasn't Iron Maiden. That's Highway Star, you know? And then, oh, that's none of them. That's Andry.
Yeah. All right, cool. Now you're right. You know, the definitely is a lot of twists and turns in the songs, and songs like, because you do that, the songs like Black Hole and Good Trip to Hell kind of also at times remind me of the solo stuff of Bruce Dickinson, because More Than Maiden, he did that as well, a little bit more adventurous, if you will. We also get some of those, you know, Mediterranean melodies that are in there. Was that like fun to do? I also noticed like in your logo, we see a little cross, but I think that's more of a Mediterranean dagger as well. Is there some truth to that?
It is a cross dagger, exactly. It is a cross, like believe, and a dagger, but fight.
Yeah. Well, important, like those are, you know, influence, broader cultural Mediterranean influences, but from your home country as well. Was that important to still bring that element of yourself, not just your voice, but a little bit more to your output?
To be honest, yeah, just because I have Greek roots, and I know this particular genre, not that I'm good at, like whenever I sing Greek, it's not like, I think my voice is made for the English language or Spanish or something else. I mean, with the Greek, I don't always pull up because it's a different type of singing, completely different. But the music itself that comes from the East, it was very difficult to combine. This is why Black Hole is one of my biggest achievements so far, I guess, to keep the balance between cringe and perfection. So I tried to keep that balance, and I said, I will have to pander the musicians a little bit, you know? And then I put the drummer and said, hey, Russ, can you do it again, please, like that? Can you do it again? And then can you drag it a little bit, like, you know, can you make it more like Shakira, to be like, I was trying to explain to him, and he said, yeah, let's do that. You know? But in the end, it came out great because I kept the balance. Some people will say, because I always ask for opinions before I put something out, oh, but the vocals are going more of like, and I go like, yeah, the song has personality. And in the beginning, they weren't used to it, but as if you listen to it like twice, thrice, you'll see, oh yeah, this song is different. It has some personality, it has something. I'm very proud of Black Hole in particular for many reasons. You know, for as a songwriter, because, you know, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I just go for it. But then, yes, I'll have to think if it's how it's going to sound, you know, and to keep a balance. I don't want to put something out that's not nice. I don't always talk about empowerment and, you know, and feminine and mistresses and witches and all that stuff.
Right.
There is this vulnerable side of me, which is the ballad, which is the emotional, the feelings that came out. And just because it is a part of my personality, I want to include it on the album. I don't want to leave it aside and say, oh, I'm going to do only fast tracks. You know?
Right.
It's a part of who you are, and the artist has to do that, you know. It's like a painter, you know, that puts all of his artistry into a painting with different, you know, different sides, different spectrums, different nuances. So I wanted to include everything of my heart into this album.
Yeah. Now that you say that, you've also shared before that that's not just from a musical perspective, but also from a lyrical perspective. And you tell on some of these songs, you know, grand stories of overcoming hardship, and in some cases even, you know, fallout and war and stuff like that. But this album really, if we then dig underneath that surface, tells a lot of personal stories. Is that correct?
Yeah. I tell my personal stories. In the beginning, before the first album, I was really intimidated to share this with the world. I said, should I put it out? Shouldn't I? Because that was too personal, you know. So why would I
Yeah.
put my life story on an album and just throw it away? And then here comes a few people that come to me and said, your music saved me from committing suicide or whatever. And I said, oh, I'm helping people, so
Right.
I will do it, you know. And I decided to put out music. But yeah, especially Church Bells is a song that it's the actual church bells that I recorded with my phone. And I was walking with my grandma. I was holding her hand. And it was our last moments. So to me, that's priceless, you know, to have this album in my hand and remind me that I recorded this on my phone and you know, we had this moment.
Yeah. Does the personal nature of these songs and these, you know, intense memories, if you will, does that make it harder to play these songs, or do these songs help with overcoming that feeling of loss or that hardship you had to overcome?
I'll tell you something. It is hard, but at the same time, it's real. So I'm not fake. There is something about me as a person that I cannot lie. I cannot be fake. I like to be real and true. And yeah, maybe sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Because I think all people will lie, and, you know, sometimes. But to me, it's like a burden. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to speak it out. I just have to let it out, you know, to live it. And yeah, when we play Church Bells and I hear, you know, and my keyboard player Fab, he goes with a bell and stuff, and it's ringing again, and the memory comes back, and then he looks at me, and he's looking at me like, go, do it, you know, you got the power to do it. I'm like, and then go, and then I wake up, and then I go out and do it. And this is why many people recognize it and appreciate it. For example, executive Warner, producers is, oh my God, this song was amazing. Maybe they heard something real in it. That's what I feel. Like they heard the real feelings. That's what his music is about. If he played just for fun, and I'm not gonna go to that Taylor Swift thing now again, but no, I don't think, yes, you might talk once in a while for your exes, your friends, but at the same time, this is getting tiresome if your life is only exes and friends, you know? If you haven't been through a hard shit in your life, if you haven't overcome you know, like how are you going to help others? How are you going to portray life and reality into, how is the other person going to perceive it? Like life is not about flowers and I can buy myself flowers, you know?
You know, when you put out a story that's or a song that is very personal, that people that listen to that music, that story becomes their own, and they will have their own interpretation and own meaning for those songs, and the fans will hear you play these songs when you go on tour. You mentioned Megadeth earlier in this conversation very briefly. Nice segue to, you've got the tour coming with Kings of Thrash, which is obviously Dave Ellefson and Jeff Young, who are going to play some Megadeth classics, if you will. That's going to be a cool tour. What can we expect from that?
My particular name of the tour is the MISTRESS UK tour. Before we have the MISTRESS Benelux tour. Let's just hope that we have the MISTRESS US tour soon. But yeah, we'll open for David. We met each other on the cruise. We just instantly clicked. It was great. We clicked, and he chose me for this tour. So I'm very grateful that we're going to do this together. And I just hope I might jump on some songs later on. I think, Dave, can I do this? You know,
well, somebody told me 5 minutes ago that you're not going to ask, can I do this? You're going to tell Dave, I'm going to do this. And then it's your way or the highway, I think somebody said. So I have a feeling we'll see you on stage.
Yeah, I will say, Dave, you have no choice now.
There you go.
No, but for real, you know, each one of us plays their own set. I would really love to, because it's one of my dreams to play Megadeth and to play live in front of so many people. So yeah, that would be great if they do that.
Thank you so much for your time today, Andry. It'll be exciting to see all of what you're doing and how the fans can react to all your live shows. And we'll continue to, discover this rocking side of the blues queen as you continue to do this. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have fun. Have a good night, day, wherever you are.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.